Welcome to the Spire Seas. I am finally able to show off the game itself. Now, it's not finished, it's not even close, but it's at least in a playable and, I think, enjoyable state. For those of you who don't know, I am building my own tabletop skirmish game from the ground up, including the concept art, 3D modeling, and the rules themselves. It's all about post-apocalyptic pirates scavenging old tech from the flooded ruins of a once prosperous city. If all that seems exciting to you, then stick around for the end of the video to find out how you can help out and try the game out for yourself. Let's check it out. The core rules are built to be played on a 2x2 battle map with 5 models on each side, each crew cruising in on their own scrap-made little boat. Aside from that and a few pieces of simple terrain, all you'll need to play is a tape measure in inches, a deck of regular playing cards, and a few 6-sided dice. And a pen and paper to write things down, and a copy of the rules. For these initial games, I asked my friend Nick to head over and help me playtest. He's a pretty experienced wargamer, and he's been helping me out with little tweaks and adjustments to the rules along the way. Also, huge shout out to my lovely wife for volunteering to help film some of the gameplay. Thanks a lot to both of you. Now, Nick took command of the Chrome crew and I prepared my bronze boys for battle, all of which were 3D modeled and 3D printed by me. You can check out more of the process in some of the previous videos. With our crews at the ready and the stage set, we got right into it. This was technically the second game of the day, but the first one was really more of a test just to familiarize ourselves with the new version of the rules and get used to the flow of the game. It went much smoother the second time and was starting to live up to that quick, brutal feeling that I had been going for when designing it. By the end of the first round, both crews had already taken a beating, and my captain was downed due to an unfortunate roll of snake eyes. Not to worry though, his faithful crew managed to revive him just in time to head into the fray. The first round tends to be a little slower than the others because both of your ships are still getting out into the middle of the open. So it was pretty exciting when something crazy happened. In the second round, both of our first mates decided to stray a little too far afield, and they both got punished for it. Nick's was downed by an arrow from my bowman, and mine was downed by his own tomahawk. At this point, crew members were starting to spread out around the board and things were starting to get a little chaotic, in a good way. By the third round, our ships found themselves precariously close together, and the crew members started trading blows across the gap. One of my deckhands managed to quickly jump over onto the other ship and snatch the loot from the enemy boat before sneakily making his way back on board. Nick's crew attempted the same maneuver, but found themselves trapped at the stern of my boat, unable to escape. The precious salvage was tossed overboard as he went down. At this point, it became a scramble, my crew attempting to keep the remaining salvage on my ship, while his crew started to desperately try to take down the man carrying it. In the fourth round, thanks to a favorable wind, the Bronze Boys managed to sail just out of reach of the Chrome crew, carrying with them that sweet, sweet salvage. And it captured Chromie. They didn't get off scot-free though. They lost their own salvage in the process and left a first mate behind. With more than one downed crew member and unable to turn their ship around in time, the Chrome crew decided to cut their losses and conceded. In a proper campaign, which is still in the works, any crew members left down on the board at the end of the game would have to roll to see if they survive the night stuck out in the Spire Seas without their crew. And so we decided to roll for our downed crew members, just to see what would happen. Some of them didn't make it, but my first mate managed to roll a critical success, so I like to imagine him really having quite a swell time as he waits for his crew members to come pick him up in the next morning.
Yeah, he's gonna hang out, make a little campfire, cook some fish, hatchet, he's gonna tomahawk some fish.
So, including the results of the test game, that meant 1 to me and 1 to Nick. I'm pretty excited with how it all turned out. Each game had lots of little twists and turns throughout, and never really felt one-sided until right at the very end. However, it is still very much in alpha. We found a few more kinks to iron out along the process, and I haven't added some of those features in yet that I've been meaning to, like campaign play or solo games. But it is playable, and that makes me so happy. The next step of the process is to add more people into the mix and test things out. Break things, put things back together, and see what works. So if you feel like helping out with that process, then head over to the Discord server, link in the description below, and say hi. I will be updating the rules little by little, and any comments and feedback are very, very welcome. I also plan to put the STLs for my test crew up online soon, but they're not quite ready yet. They still need some tweaking. So keep an eye on the channel if you're interested in those, and head over to my Instagram at Diluvian Chronicles if you want to see more up-to-date news. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoy, and I look forward to seeing you out on the waves.
P-A-R-R-Y is a sword parry.
P-A-R-R-Y.
P-E-R-R-Y is Matthew Perry. Both the person who opened the borders of Japan in 18... and the star of the hit TV sitcom Friends.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Yes.
I was like, is that Matthew Perry?
Yeah, same name. They're actually the same person.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's working busy. It's a lot of seasons of Friends and opening up Japan's borders.
A lot of seasons of Friends.